Hi, I'm Lauren Leslie. Welcome to Shell Point today for Thursday, October 2nd. Today we're going to hear about an upcoming concert coming to our community. We'll get all the details about a Suzy Q trip to Captiva, and we'll learn about a Shred event sponsored by FineMark Bank. We've got some great stuff happening today, so stay with us. But first, tomorrow is Food Truck Friday. It's always fun to try a new food that might be a bit out of the ordinary from your normal dining routine. Our activities team loves finding fun food trucks for our Friday lunches. Each week you're going to be able to try a new lunch menu. Tomorrow's truck is Between the Buns. It features some new takes on burgers, hot dogs, and more. Come out to the Tribby tomorrow between 11 o'clock in the morning and 1 p.m. for Food Truck Friday. Well, now let's move into our first feature story of the day. First, we're going to hear about an upcoming concert hosted by our Fine and Performing Arts staff. Steve Leslie is going to be coming to the Tribby next month, and he is featuring a repertoire of music by James Taylor. Let's hear all about it right now.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall.
Hi, Shell Point. It's Kelly McBain here at the Tribby to tell you about our season opening event on November 1st. Our concert season opens with a sold-out tribute to James Taylor, but the celebration begins even before the music starts. Join us in the atrium at 6 o'clock for a festive gallery reception as we unveil our newest exhibition, Minute Masterpieces. Enjoy refreshments, connect with your friends, and be the first to experience this exciting installation in our galleries. It's the perfect way to kick off our biggest concert season ever at the Tribby.
Well, greetings, Shell Point. We're here today with John Southard from White's Construction. Today's update, we're going to cover two things for you. One is we're going to take you on a ride up the buck hoist that we've been talking about on the west side of the building, and it goes to floor 6, correct?
Correct.
For
it
now.
goes from L1 to L6, level 6. And then once we top out the building, then we're extended to cover all floors.
Yep. So that's the way they get up and down the building until the interior elevators are installed. And really, they're hauling materials, and it's a quicker way to get upstairs. And there's an operator here, so we'll take you up. It's hopefully a smooth ride for us.
It's just like riding an elevator.
Just all right. And then we want to show you what's happening on the loft apartments, L1, the framing that we covered a couple weeks ago. Just kind of give you an update on what's happening with that, and then just a few other things happening on campus. So let's go take a ride up on the buck hoist. All right, well, here we are. We're on level 5, correct, John?
That's correct.
Okay, yep. So we made a quick detour on level 5. It was a smooth ride. So what's the tallest buck hoist or building you've built?
Well, the highest building that I looked after was a 34-story high-rise, and that was downtown in Miami.
Okay.
So we had a buck hoist that went all the way from the ground, all the way up 34 stories.
Okay. That would be interesting, that ride. So anyway, so we're up here on 5, and just to give you a little update overall on the project, so far we're doing, let's talk about the Island Commons first.
Okay.
You finished up, everyone's seen the hollow core planks along Shell Point Boulevard, the trailers, and finished up that first level.
As of Saturday,
yep.
we finished setting out all the hollow core plank on the 2nd floor. So that's a major milestone. Now we're going vertical with everything. This Friday, we're going to pour the west side. So we'll have some concrete going on this Friday morning. And otherwise, we're going vertical. And we have the 3rd floor hollow core being delivered here prior to the end of October.
Great. So moving right along. And the drivers are getting used to parking along Shell Point Boulevard.
For the most part.
Little smoother this time, maybe?
Right, for the most part.
So, all right. Well, and again, White, we've talked about it, has done a good job. making sure they were a little close to the boulevard on the first deliveries, the trailers, but they're moving a little more towards the middle of the area there. So just to avoid any cars that might be swerving a little bit. And as you come out, you can actually, it's just a little safer for everybody. Okay, so Island Commons, no major issues. Vista K, we're moving along, and we're on the 11th working deck right now?
We are on the 11th floor
Yep.
working deck.
Yep.
All right, that's scheduled to be poured this Wednesday and Friday morning. So we'll have the entire floor, 11th floor, poured out here by the end of the week, and moving right on up to 12. We are now standing on level 5, and what this is that basically it's the skin of the building. The exterior block has been set here to getting ready to basically be installed later this week so we can run the exterior walls. The other work that's going on this floor is you can look around and see where the plumber has already run all his vertical pipes. So we're getting ready to start framing out this floor, and it's just a sequence. It's, we do the exterior block, windows. It's very exciting this week. We're going to have our first windows installed down on L1. So that's very exciting. That's another milestone here on the project.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the glass. You had mentioned last week that the glass was being delivered. So how frequent will those deliveries be, do you think?
It'll be
If everything goes well.
every other week is the delivery schedule for the glass.
Yeah, great, perfect. And where will they come right onto the site?
They'll come right on
Yeah.
the site and be delivered to the buck hoist, and then that material will just
Yeah.
be delivered to each floor.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So we're starting to see some real progress. Obviously, everyone can see that the block is going up, the exterior walls. It would be awesome if there was such a thing as an open apartment like this, because the breeze is unbelievable. But yes, I've had a couple questions on that. There's block all the way up. That's the exterior walls for the building. Okay. Anything else on Vista K? We want to take you down and take a look at the framing. If John doesn't have anything else to update as far as schedule. So again, topped out roof and everything on the building would be.
Well, actually, right now it's scheduled here prior to the end of October that we are going to actually pour the roof deck. So that's another big milestone for us on this project.
Yep. Very big, very big. So you guys have been doing great, and from now on, hopefully we'll start getting better weather, less lightning interruptions.
Yeah.
That would be great. But once the roof's on, everybody can do their work on the floors and they're undercover. Correct?
That's correct.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's take a look down on L1. Take a look at the framing and see how the apartments are coming together so far. Well, we're down on L1 now, which is the loft apartment, first level, right above the garage, second floor of the garage, northwest corner. And you'll see all the framing that's up, and the what we'll call rough ends, the electrical boxes and whatnot, where the pipes are. And John will take us through the L1 apartment here and just kind of see what we're looking for and what we'll look for prior to closing up the walls.
All right, so the last time we were here, we just started the metal wall framing. We were just getting started. Since then, we have done a lot of work. And the next step is what we call in-wall rough end. And that will get inspected, and then that will allow the actual drywall to be put on the walls themselves. All right? The other prerequisites to that is, of course, we have the windows in and the building is a little bit more dry, but that's kind of the stages of the work. So let's take a tour of this particular unit. So we're walking into the front door now, all right, and then off to the right is going to be actually the guest bathroom, and the laundry room is off to the right here. Right, and then we'll come back farther, and this right here is actually the front door to the second bedroom unit, and then this is the bathroom area for the second bedroom unit. This right here, behind us, There's a little den area to sit in, and you can look out the window there. So that'll be the den. And then we can come into the kitchen. So this is where all your cabinets are on this wall here. This is a little knee wall. The cabinets will be here as well.
Yep.
And then we're back out here into the living room.
Yep. Right on the corner, and then the patio, and then the roof deck is part of the.
Right. So this
view.
particular unit has a exterior patio area. It's going to be very nice. It's going to have planters with trees and little things in them, and you'll actually be able to sit outside on a patio.
Yep.
In this particular unit.
And then out on the end of the podium, the deck of the garage will be glass. It'll be a glass rail around that.
Correct. Around the entire
Yep.
perimeter of this floor will be a glass rail. It's there for safety reasons, but it's there for glass so that it doesn't obstruct the view.
From this floor. Yep.
Right.
Perfect. Yep.
And then behind the kitchen area here is actually the master bedroom, and the bathroom is behind this particular wall here.
Great. And then on the loft apartments, they have what we will call an expanded patio, a larger patio than the other.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct. All the
Okay.
other units have a little balcony area,
Yeah.
but this particular floor is expanded out because the parking garage is bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Then it provides an additional patio area for those owners of these units.
Yep. Okay. Great. So when do you think we'll, as far as this framing and inspections and for roughing would be occur? Well, on your schedule.
Well, in this area here, we should complete the rough-in, which right now we're finishing up the electrical above ceiling, all that type of stuff. So we won't probably have drywall installed here for about another month.
Right.
We got to put the windows in.
Yep.
We got to do a water test on the windows, make sure there's no leaks. So that's what's going to happen. And then, you know, there's a rule that you got to be up so far above with the windows, and then you can install the drywall. So you don't want to install anything that could get damaged.
Get wet. Right. Right. And then just so back on the windows, we're going to water test each window, correct?
Not each
Oh,
window.
you have a percentage.
There's
There's
a certain number of windows that get tested.
Right.
That particular window is not disclosed. It's on a random basis, but then that provides a check that the quality of the window tightness prohibits any rain from getting in.
Yep. Yep. Okay. And then any consultants will review everything prior to closing it up, and
Correct.
architects, designers,
Correct. Everybody gets to walk through.
everybody gets a look, right?
That's correct.
So, all right. Well, good. Well, it's coming along nicely. And this is the mock-up. This is our mock-up.
This is the interior rough mock-up.
Yep, this is the mock-up for the or interior rough mock-up, and then the mock-up for the everything else for Vista K is out by the towards Cameo.
Yeah, that's the exterior mock-up.
Yep.
This is the interior mock-up, and then later on we're going to have a unit that will have all the finishes as a mock-up, where we'll install the floor, paint the walls, and it will be a finished unit.
Good. All right. Good deal.
Okay.
Anything else for today?
That's pretty much it.
Thanks for your tour.
Okay, you're more than welcome.
You're better than doing a virtual tour. You go just walk around with you.
All right.
So anyway, hopefully that gives you some information on what's happening inside, out the building, and again, they're moving along well, and you can tell there's plenty of workers here to get this job completed. So thank you all very much for watching, and we'll talk to you next week.
And now we have a word about the next Fine Mark Shred event.
Hello, I'm Anna Smith, Managing Executive of Fine Mark Bank on the island. I'm excited to announce our Fall Shred event on Friday, October 17th at the Tribby Performing Arts Center from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Feel free to bring your documents and paperwork, old credit and debit cards, old ID cards. Paper clips and staples are okay, but please, no 3-ring binders. There's no limit on how much you can bring. All Point Shredding will be on site along with your friendly Fine Mark faces to destroy all of your shreddable items. We would love to see you there. If you have any questions, give us a call at 239-461-5999 or stop by the office on the island. We are always happy to help.
Cruises aboard the Suzy Q always rank among the highest activity options among our residents. The Good Ship has another outing planned. They're going to be sailing out to Captiva. Let's find out how you can join in on all the fun in this next segment.
Hi there, Show Point. Monica Tyson here, and we are here on the Suzy Q to tell you about another great trip we have planned for you. Show Point, we heard you, and we know that a lot of you didn't make it to our trip to the yacht club on August 14th. So this time we're gonna do the exact same trip on October 9. You heard me right. We're gonna be going on Thursday, October 9, to the Captiva Yacht Club. The registrations are already open, and we will be sending you our lunch order because the lunches are pre-ordered to come to the Captiva Yacht Club. This time, we are trying to make it happen no matter what. Whether we go on the Suzy Q, which we hope we can, or we can maybe make it on the bus in the worst case scenario. Right, Captain Jason?
Right.
You'll be coming with us.
I'll be coming with you, yes.
Thank you.
We'll have a great ride to Captiva, and then on the way back, we'll go on the inside through the Roosevelt Channel between Buck Key and Captiva, and then come out by Blind Pass. So it'll give us a little different scenery on the way back, and it'll be a beautiful, beautiful day, great trip.
Awesome, Captain Jason. So now you know the registrations are open for October 9 as well, and you can go ahead and sign up either at the concierge desk or through Wellcesta, whatever you prefer.
Hello, Shell Point. John High, your Director of Resident Life, here today with Rich and Paula, and we want to announce the launching of the Shell Point Orchid Society. Right? It's been 3 years now since the Orchid House was destroyed in Hurricane Ian, and we are ready to go and up and operating. We have some exciting news to share with you. So first of all, before we get into that, I want to take a look at these shirts here. Rich says, yes, I really do need all of these orchids. Well, if you don't know where we are on location at Rich's house here in the estuary, and he has this passion for orchids. And Rich, tell us a little more about why you got into orchids and what excites you about that.
This started back in the 1960s when I was farming up in Chicago area, and I got involved with orchids with a guy named Hauserman, who has one of the bigger orchid sales office buildings, and he is still one of the leading people in his business. He told me how to get what I had to do it. One of the things was I had to have rainwater, and living in Chicago area, it gets cold and freezes. I said, how am I going to get rainwater in the middle of winter time? He said, you put a tank underneath the greenhouse. And so I did that, and for 20-some years I had orchids up there, and I ran out of water one time.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty good.
Pretty good.
And then he taught me everything I wanted to do. I got out of the business in about 26 years, and I always wanted to get back into it again, but I wasn't going to do it up north.
Yeah.
And when we moved down here to Shell Point, I said, this is the time that I can get back into my business.
Fantastic. This looks amazing. And I'm excited to have you kind of help us with getting our orchid house and the whole Orchid Society back up and running here as we get going. So Paula, tell us a little more about what you see happening right now at the Shell Point Orchid House. It's being rebuilt, and we have some exciting news to announce that.
Well, we had a wonderful donor who's paying for the Orchid House in memory of his wife, who's deceased. And the woodworking shop has jumped into this to help us. And they did this wonderful plaque of Joan Edmond. It's going to be the Joan Edmond Orchid House. And everybody seems so excited to get involved in this. And I want people to know, even if you don't have an orchid, join our Orchid Society. Come to the meeting October 8th, which is going to be at the Woodlands in the Sable Room at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we'll tell you how to get an orchids group started in your own house, in your own lanai. And Rich has got lots of experience that he's going to be able to tell you how to repot orchids. That is a very important thing, part of Orchid Society.
We're relaunching this with our Academy class on Wednesday, October 8th. It's 3 p.m. in the Sable Room. We're talking about how to repot orchids. And we also have coming as our speaker that day is Jackie Sperlin from the Sundance Orchid Place here in town. Right. And I think you interact with her quite a bit.
Quite a bit. She's done a great job out there. Started out working in the Orchid House and has ended up owning it now.
Running it.
And they have that and Bromillard.
Yeah, just to kind of give a little bit of a preview, tell us like maybe 2 or 3 things about the importance of repotting orchids and what are you looking for and what are some things they're going to learn here in this class?
You'll find out that different orchids take different type of potting mixes and ways of potting them. And we're going to go over the different mixes you could use, the different pots you could use, and how to go about it, trimming, taking the old plant out of the old pot, cutting the roots off that are dead, putting it into a new pot, and put the right potting mix around it, and then how to take care of it afterwards.
Perfect.
One other thing we're doing, if you have orchids that are in trouble, you don't know why they're not blooming, they don't look good, bring them to our meeting October 8th. We're going to have 2 people there, 2 orchid doctors, I call them, and they're going to help you decide what the next step is to revive your orchids.
Well, all right, Shell Point. Once again, you know the Orchid House has been a staple here at Shell Point for many, many years. There's many people who have done a lot of labor of hours in there all these time. And you know, we were disappointed with what happened with Hurricane Ian, but we are back being built, and we're excited to relaunch the Shell Point Orchid Society. First meeting, Wednesday, October 8th, 3 p.m., Woodland Sable Room. Sign up on Wellzesta. We'll see you there.
Don't forget, you can always catch the birthdays, anniversaries, memorials, and other announcements on Channel 12, where you will also find hours of additional Shell Point programming every day. Today we have a fitness session at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 6 p.m., a medical breakthroughs program at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 8 p.m., a presentation about Van Gogh at 11 a.m., a class about the rivers of Europe at 3 p.m., and part 3 of a program about the history of whaling airs at 7 p.m. All of this, of course, you can catch right here on Channel 12. Thanks for watching, everyone. Come on back tomorrow for more news and fun here on Shell Point Today. Until then, we hope you stay well, stay happy, and enjoy your day.